And I kind of said in that moment, my slice of America that I grew up with is a dying breed. It's literally going extinct.
So go to high school, 14 years old, who was Nick Fuentes?
And so the first thing I ever watched actually was Thomas Sowell on Uncommon Knowledge with, I think,
the best.
I said, what is the private sector? What is the economy? And so I just Googled it on YouTube, and that was the first thing that came up. And I watched the whole thing, and it was just, I was enamored by it. And at that time, I was really a libertarian because that's just what was out there at that time. Basic Economics by Thomas Sowell, and read about all the Chicago school, even then the Austrian school, the really more libertarian economic stuff. I was very active in high school and, one of those precocious autodidact type young guys. I would win first place every week. And because if you don't know, Model United Nations, you simulate the United Nations General Assembly or the different committees. And anyway, so I was one of the better guys on the team. And my junior year of high school, I became the head of the team, as everybody. And so I went through all the candidates. And initially, I was very anti-Trump because I was a libertarian. So I was in it for Rand Paul and then Ted Cruz. And it wasn't until April or March 2016, about 7 months in to my senior year, that I really went in hard for Trump. And Trump, I would say, is the one who red-pilled me, quote unquote. He red-pills me on immigration, really, because at that time, I am preoccupied with this notion of individualism. Get my MAGA hat, and I'm all excited about it, and I volunteer for the campaign and everything. Enter college at Boston University in September 2016. There's a little criminal element, and everyone on the campuses, they're militant left wing. And I kind of realized in that moment, most of the country looks like this now, actually. That it's not going to be white people. It's not going to be Christian. It's not going to be speaking English. It won't be safe. No baseball, no hot. Like all these different layers of identity are kind of being. And I noticed that Obama, who was still the president during the lame duck period, he told our ambassador to the United Nations not to veto a resolution condemning the West Bank settlements. I said, this is hypocritical. I said, and this is something that crops up over and over, is this double standard when it comes to anti-Semitism, when it comes to Israel, and I called this out. Why is it that much largesse? And so I would press her on this and other related questions, and eventually she threw arms up in, I think it was March 2017, and she said, we are no longer in the same movement. She said, you are anti-Israel, don't like your tone. She said, and I really want nothing to do with you anymore. And so she blocked me on Twitter, and my whole friend group who was with Daily Wire, Elliot Hamilton, Aaron Bandler, all these other writers at Daily Wire, they all blocked me.